Hey Rachel, how you doing? Me, I'm tired. Tired, eating dinner. And I said, let me hurry up and get on here before I eat too much and go to sleep. Hey Janine, how you doing? Loving people. And only two showing. You're not feeling well? Yeah, my arm bothered me too today a little bit. Hey Margaret. Aw. Hope you feel better, Rachel. That's good, Janine. Oh, y'all, my arm is tripping out. I just got out my chair and it's cramping. They got a cramping sensation going on. I woke up with it. Michele, I need you to inbox me your. Oh, okay. Uh, mhm. Got you, Margaret. Let me see. Hey, Tammy. I didn't even see you slip in. Hold on. Have anybody heard from Sonya today? I haven't talked to her all day. You welcome, Rachel. Hold on. Let's see. She may be asleep.
It's me.
Who is that? Who is that? Who just popped into the chat? You better talk to me behind the in the private chat so I know who you are. Jay the Austin Dillon? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Let me see. A person. I know you're a person, but I've been tricked so many times that I don't let new people on the panel. I'm sorry. You got to stay in the chat. Jay. People like to play games when I allow them on the panel that I don't know. Mm. Can I see your feet? What? Oh Lord, you got to go, Jay. Sorry. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I gotta let you go. You talking crazy already. Oh wow. All right, so people must be asleep. Well, anywho, we can get on with the get Margaret. Ooh, I haven't seen when I got any news for us to talk about. I had a long day today, but I'm here. He good. Yeah, you know he dreaming of his friend, the mail lady. As always. Let me see, what did I send to myself? Okay, I'll leave that one for later. Hold on. Y'all, Margaret, I don't know if you heard anything about the D4. I gotta show y'all this. Hold on. Oh, my arm. Hold on. This is what I wanted to show you guys. What I seen last night before I went to bed. Instagram. Hold on. Give me a second here. What the hell is that? Oh. Okay. Let me see. Let me pull the story up. Wait a minute. That ain't the right one. Hold on. Oh, here it is right here. This right here, baby. Woo. Okay. Pause it. Pause. StreamYard. Hey, Janet. Hey, Daniel. You are the best too. Hey, Jackie. Share screen. Hold on. This is what the latest that I've heard about The
to
D4
take a photo for me and show me my results, and literally
was a major.
Hold on. Okay, StreamYard. This right here, y'all. This, if y'all haven't heard this new information that's been come up, boy, this can have finished. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about it, but I know how I feel about it. Hold on. Let's let it play.
Clue just revealed in connection with the mysterious death and disposal of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the teenager whose body was allegedly found in singer David's car. Turns out the private investigator who's been looking into this case just made a bombshell revelation on social media we got to talk about. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Get ready, y'all.
Okay, real quick before we jump into this, got to tell you it's open enrollment season again. Yeah, this is where you compare the exploitative premiums, the fine print of health insurance. It is chaos. It is awful. The good news is we got a great sponsor to help us out, and it may $9 for your first 3 months. Use code SIDEBAR at joincrowdhealth.com. Crowd Health is not insurance. You can opt out, but this is how we win. Join CrowdHealth.com. All right, we got this David update that we got to talk about, and it may give us some sort of insight into what happened to 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who, as you know, her body was found in a Tesla that was allegedly registered to singer David back in September out in LA. There have been no arrests. There have been no charges filed. There has been reporting, particularly from TMZ, that possibly an investigative grand jury out in LA may be hearing evidence. We did previous sidebars on that. You can check it all out. But one underlying question that we don't have the answer to, and from a forensic point of view, perhaps is a complicating factor, is what happened to Celeste?
Right.
How did she die? What was the true state of her body? How was she moved? Which is why the update that I'm about to get into is so interesting.
Right.
I want to talk about complicating. You know what else is complicating? The fact that the cause and manner of death hasn't been released, and that the details from the medical examiner's office have been sealed by court order. You know, according to a release from the medical examiner's office, it said at 10:54 a.m. on Friday, November 21st, the County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner received a court order initiated by the Los Angeles Police Department to place a security hold on medical examiner case number 2025-14252 Celeste Rivas Hernandez. No records or details associated with the case, including the cause and manner of death and medical examiner report, can be released or posted on the website until further notice.
I got a question for you. Margaret, you still there? Do you think that David's father had that done as far as sealing those records? Or anybody in the chat? What do y'all think? Do y'all think the father has something to do with those records being sealed? Or is that possible? Because the father is an attorney. I'm sorry, I'm trying to eat. Let me know what you think.
Then you had the Robbery Homicide Division that released a statement not only addressing this, but also addressing the media reporting that Celeste was decapitated and that her body was either entirely or partially frozen. Now, this is based primarily on reporting from TMZ. They had a statement that said, Robbery Homicide Division statement on Celeste Rivas investigation, Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Police Department is aware of the recent stories posted by various media outlets about the David Celeste Rivas investigation and would like to dispel some misinformation contained in their reporting. The body of Celeste Rivas was not frozen when it was discovered on September 8th, 2025. She had not been decapitated. As far as the court order, the LAPD sought to seal the records of the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's investigation into Celeste Rivas' death. That order was sought only to ensure detectives from Robbery Homicide Division learned of important information surrounding her death before the media and the public. The order was not sought to undermine transparency.
Another thing that I heard, but I haven't found the story yet, but it was said allegedly that the manager had something to do with that, and the manager was having romantic relations with David, allegedly. I don't know if you guys seen that, but I gotta find the story. It was told to me recently, yesterday. So yeah.
Okay.
Not sure if you saw the news, but Fox News is claiming President Trump is declining in the polls. President Trump responded and
now we got to talk about this update. And this update concerns Steve Fisher. We've had him on the program before. Steve is the private investigator who is hired by the owner of the property where David had reportedly been staying in the Hollywood Hills. That property was apparently near the Tesla. That property, by the way, was searched by authorities. Now, Steve has come out and made some comments about his investigation, including things like this.
But I will say this, there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that is, there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her. And it's scary, sadistic stuff. And that's why we're trying to learn more about that. I wish I could say more, but for obvious reasons I can't. But it doesn't have to do with how she died, but maybe how they were planning on ultimately getting rid of her, and how maybe that Tesla was just a holding spot at the time, and things just, their timing was just off as far as getting this done. But there's a few things that were just like, will blow your mind.
And he was recently discussed on another episode of Sidebar, where he made a post on X seemingly fighting back about potentially being held in contempt of court for allegedly talking about or discussing a case that he had seemingly testified about. He really fought back against that allegation as well. And we assume this was about the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case. Not definitively confirmed, but when you read between the lines of his message, it seemed to be that. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. But now, given what he has said about his findings, this is what we need to talk about. He just posted this on X. Quote, although my words have been misquoted by some, what I actually said about certain items found at the Doheny address was that they were, quote, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than in a home in the Hollywood Hills. One of those items was a burn cage incinerator advertised to burn at 1,600 degrees.
Bingo.
Human cremations are typically performed at approximately 1,400 degrees. An incinerator is not legal to use within city limits and serves no legitimate purpose at a residential property in the Hollywood Hills. Some will argue that this item was intended as a prop for a video. If that were the case, it raises several obvious questions. Why would a 55-pound bird cage be delivered to a private residence instead of directly to a prop designer or production house? Why would it be ordered before departing on an extended world tour? And why was it never used in any video production? It is also important to note that there were additional items present that could be used in conjunction with the burn cage. To be very clear, this burn cage was not used. It was still new and in the box. However, given that Celeste Rivas Hernandez's remains were ultimately found in the Tesla trunk, the presence of an incinerator at the same residence associated with that vehicle necessarily raises questions about intent. The burn cage was not taken during the search warrant, and because it was not used, it appears it's not of importance to any possible criminal investigation. But we think it's important context, even if not criminal. The burn cage and other related items were delivered to the residence under a false name, although the deliveries were accepted at the property. Attached is a photograph of the actual burn cage incinerator as found at the residence, along with an image from Dr. Burns' advertising materials for the product.
Now, why in the hell would you order an incinerator to be delivered to your home? For what? Seriously. Make it make sense to me. They was going to burn her to smithereens, burn her remains to smithereens, but they never got around to it, allegedly. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on it.
Hashtag Celeste Rivas Hernandez, hashtag David. And he does include those photos, by the way. What do we make of this? Let me bring on Matt Irvine to talk about this, retired detective, law enforcement instructor. Matt, so good to have you here. Quite the statement from Steve Fisher, making it public. Your thoughts if this is true?
Okay, Janine.
Well, I think Steve Fisher's remarks are very well considered. I cannot think of a legitimate, innocent reason why a burn cage would be received at a private residence, why it would be ordered under a false name. I also, frankly,
let's
can't
actually just start
understand.
there. Keep your thoughts.
Hold on. Like, I was going to say something. I done forgot that fast. Hold on. Dang. Oh, man.
The only thing I would say is about a false name, you know, if he's a celebrity, he doesn't want people knowing that he's staying there. Thoughts?
Don't make excuses.
Fair enough. But if he's got a bunch of people that he's working with because he intends to use this as part of a concert tour, as part of a video, he's got a whole staff of people that can order something for him. I don't understand why he would need to do it under an assumed name. But your point is well taken. That could be an innocent explanation. But again, to Steve's,
that's what I meant to say. When they came through that house and they when they were doing their investigation, why didn't they take that box then and disclose it as some type of evidence? This is a messy, messy, messy mess. I'm telling you. It really is.
points. If that is indeed the intent for this item, why is it delivered to a private residence? Why is it not with them on tour? Why is it not taken to some location to be used for some kind of a video? That said, I also can't think of a good reason why LAPD didn't seize this item. I mean, if you're conducting an investigation into a body found in the trunk of a car, one of your working theories has got to be that this body was placed there in order to move it from the scene where the death occurred and then transport it to some third location to conceal it or dispose of it. And if you're looking at the possibility that somebody is trying to dispose of a body and you search the residence of a person of interest in that case and you find what is essentially a home crematorium, why didn't you take that? I know that when you're serving a search warrant, you can only seize the things that the court authorized you to seize and that you told the court you expected to find there. I'm sure nobody expected to find this item there. But what you do in a search warrant when you find something evidentiary that was unexpected is you write what's called a piggyback warrant. It's a simple addendum where you say, hey, judge, while serving that search warrant that you issued, we found this other thing.
Right.
We think it's evidence. We'd like to seize that too. It's a typical one-page addendum that's tacked onto your warrant. I've never seen a judge not sign one of those, and I don't know why that wasn't done in this case.
So let me ask you this.
Was they trying to cover it?
You could be 100% right. Right. First of all, assuming this is true, that a burn cage was delivered there, and assuming for a moment that law enforcement didn't seize it. Okay, let's say that's accurate. I guess the question would be either, like you said, it was beyond the realm, it was beyond the scope of a search warrant. Maybe they didn't amend it for whatever reason. Or is it possible, when we're trying to think about what happened to Celeste, her body showed absolutely no sign of burning whatsoever.
Not
and
yet.
They couldn't definitively establish that the purchase, the delivery of this incinerator was related to her in any way.
Well, that's a fair statement. I mean, and as Steve Fisher mentioned, it was unused, but it seems like because of the circumstances that this body was found in the trunk of the car, that
they need to check. What was that? They need to check the date that was ordered, the date that it was delivered, how long they had that in that house. Was it there when Celeste was there? You know what I mean? It's so many unanswered questions. Like, dang, why is they stringing us along? Hey, Tasha, why in the hell is they stringing us along? I don't understand. Damn, with this cover up, this big cover up.
The crime of disposal of the body was incomplete, that there was a plan, or at least the beginnings of a plan to conceal or dispose of the body. And for one reason or another, that plan was not fully executed. And that doesn't make the burn cage any less evidentiary. Again, a search warrant doesn't have to reach the level of probable cause to arrest. You just have to argue that you're investigating a crime and that this item is potentially evidence of that crime. So it's a much lower standard than what you would need to arrest somebody. And I think that standard is well met just by the circumstances of the discovery of Celeste's body.
If somebody,
the Bible says that back in the day they used to use burnt offerings to give to Jesus. That's what they was finna do. They was finna make that girl a burnt sacrifice. Hey, Tamika, that's what I believe. People be, in order to get more and more famous, how y'all say they be doing? What's that y'all say they be doing? Y'all used to say it a lot. Dang, I can't even think right now. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Because they say allegedly Beyonce did it, and a whole lot of different other stars did it before. And maybe that's what his plan was. Think about it.
We had used that. Could it thoroughly incinerate a body and there'd be no human composition left? There'd be no human remains left?
I'm not familiar with that product. I trust Steve Fisher when he says that an incineration of a human body, a cremation, takes place at 1400 degrees. If this thing could go to 1600, I don't know what its capacity is at 55 pounds. I can't imagine it's that large. But that again brings us back to this allegation of dismemberment or potential dismemberment if you're going to dispose of a body in that way. It's a pretty awful thing to consider, but it looks like somebody may have been considering this.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting part, because when we first started on this case, there was a question: why was the body left in a Tesla? Either it was, somebody was in the middle of trying to figure out what to do next with the body, they panicked. Or it was deliberately left there to cast suspicion on David, right? We thought that could have been a possibility. But if the body's left in the car and now you're thinking about the purchase of this incinerator, that is like really, really, really sloppy work. I mean, you're purchasing an item to be delivered for potentially the disposal of a body. I mean, that's the allegation, or one of the allegations. We don't know for sure. But if we're taking that as true, that is like really bad planning on a number of different levels.
Well, I would expect that however Celeste died was not something that was very well planned or thought through. And I would expect that if you've got a bunch of people who don't have significant, sophisticated criminal histories and they're confronted with a dead body under whatever circumstance, panic would be a pretty likely reaction. And, despite all the stuff we see in TV and movies, most people that commit crimes aren't terribly sophisticated. These are not, Ocean's 11 type, master criminal kinds of enterprises. These are people that get in situations where they are way over their head. Things happen that they did not intend. And they get out of control and they panic. And a lot of the kind of circumstances of this case seem to suggest that.
And if it is true that burn cage was not used, that it was left in the packaging, if someone had purchased that for the purpose, let's say, of disposing of Celeste's body, it gives you kind of an insight into someone's mentality and what they're capable of doing, which also makes me wonder, was this the first attempt to dispose of her body? If someone would be willing to incinerate her body, we don't have definitive evidence of that. I mean, we're just taking this report from Steve Fisher for a minute, we're assuming it. Does it not give you indication about what the state of Celeste's body may have been like? And again, what's complicated is we don't know the cause and manner of death. We don't know more details, particularly about her body. But am I off to say, if someone has the will to do that, would this have been their first attempt to dispose of a body? Does it give you an indication of what else may have happened to Celeste's body?
Well, you raise a couple of questions. I mean, everything about the circumstances of the discovery of poor Celeste's body suggests something that was not terribly well planned and an act that was not complete. In terms of the burn cage, it's hard to know when in the course of all of this item was purchased. Was this the first plan to dispose of her body, and for some reason, a plan B was hatched that involved putting it in the trunk of the car? Was there somebody that was supposed to remove the body from the trunk and place it in the burn cage, and for one reason or another, either failed to do that or decided not to do that? I mean, there's a lot we can speculate about here. I think the big takeaway is that one or more people, probably inexperienced in criminal activity,
Of course.
panicked and hatched one or more schemes, none of which ultimately were taken to their completion.
Mm-hmm. But what is complicating, I mentioned before, is you have this seal on the medical examiner records.
Right.
Your experience.
I believe they, for some whatever reason, they had to get her body out of that house, right? And in the meantime, in between time, they ordered that incinerator. And by that time, he probably had to go on tour. So the timing just wasn't right. You know what I mean? For their plan. The timing wasn't right for their plan. That it makes sense to me how I'm explaining it. Yep. And here I thought this boy couldn't be that stupid, but he didn't try to be stupid. The shit just didn't fall in place the way he expected it to get rid of the body. So
I don't know if you and I had an opportunity to talk about this. Whatever's going on between the ME's office and the LAPD is interesting, to say the least.
It is interesting and it is unusual. The LA coroner's office works with 40 plus agencies in the greater LA County area, but it works very, very closely with LAPD and particularly with robbery homicide. And, defense attorneys often complain that homicide detectives and the coroner work too closely together. I've attended autopsies where I'm standing with the medical examiner and we're looking at the evidence and we're talking about what we think may have happened. And when people are acting in good faith, that leads to good information and good investigations, but it's very hand in glove. And that's not true in every jurisdiction, but it's very true in LA. And it's particularly true for the truly expert and experienced people in LAPD robbery homicide. So for them to be issuing contradictory statements, or for the LA coroner's office to say, we wish we could tell you, but we can't, and then LAPD coming out and saying what's being leaked, possibly from the coroner's office, is not true. I have never seen that before. These are people that work very, very closely together on very sensitive cases, and there's usually a lot of trust and a lot of cooperation.
right.
Yeah, and the chief medical examiner released a statement at the time saying the department's mission is to have full transparency with the community by providing information about our cases to empower people to make changes that save lives. Since becoming the department head, I've worked on eradicating the practice of placing security holds on medical examiner cases simply by law enforcement request. The practice of security holds is virtually unheard of in other counties and has not been proven to improve outcomes in the legal system. We are dedicated to serving our community with full transparency. However, the law precludes us from doing so while the court order remains in this case. Look, I get the position of LAPD. They don't want to compromise an ongoing investigation. They want to be careful about what information's out there. Two questions I have for you is, one, do you think the medical examiner's office definitively knows the cause and manner of death for Celeste?
They know.
And B, what is LAPD's greatest concern about information coming out?
So there's a lot about this that is very confusing and unusual to me. First of all, I would say it is very likely the LA Medical Examiner's Office knows as much as they're going to know. It's been more than 3 months since Celeste remains were discovered. I can't imagine a test or a procedure that would not have been performed by now and for which the results would not have returned. So I don't know what they know, but I'm afraid, or I expect, that they know all that they're going to. LAPD's greatest concern, obviously, is about information getting out that could damage the investigation, particularly at this point where nobody's been arrested or charged. That said, it's also strange to me that if their concern is protection of information, and the integrity of their investigation, that there would be, as has been reported, an investigative grand jury being held right now. Because when you bring people into an investigative grand jury and ask them questions, they then exit that questioning and consult with their attorney. And now you've got two people that at least have some insight into what the investigation is about. And if you've got multiple people being brought before a grand jury, there's often going to be a common defense agreement among them where all of the persons who are questioned and all of their attorneys are all talking to each other. So at least among the people who could potentially be charged or called as witnesses in this case, there's a lot of information potentially leaking out just by virtue of the grand jury process.
I've been told that one of the advantages of an investigative grand jury here, other than, presenting evidence and issuing subpoenas and gathering more evidence. And by the way, my understanding is this is the grand jury that wouldn't even be able to issue a formal indictment. You would need to bring it to another grand jury. But one of the advantages is you can lock in witnesses' testimony. And for a future case, hit them with it. Say, this is what you testified to in the grand jury. This is what you said. We're locking in your testimony as a future witness in a case, particularly when it's complicated, particularly when it's high profile. And there was reporting from TMZ about who may or may, who may be appearing at that courthouse, which can complicate it as well. But you tell me what you think.
We're learning more and more about the dangers of Johnson & Johnson's talcum powder. And the latest news is that the company was specifically marketing the product.
The advantage would be.
So the advantage to an investigative grand jury is that they can compel the production of evidence, be it physical evidence, documents, records, or testimony. And that, as you said, can lock people into statements. It may be accompanied by immunity agreements and proffers where people are being cooperated. We've talked before about there possibly being a kind of sliding scale of culpability here where they want to roll less culpable people on the more culpable people. Grand jury is certainly a way to do that. Often, though, in a typical criminal investigation, these locking people into statements and gathering evidence is done by the police. They're interviewing people, they're serving search warrants, and they're getting this information that way. So obviously they can't compel people under oath, but they're usually pretty good at getting people to talk. And so the fact that there is, at least as reported, an investigative grand jury suggests that there is evidence, be it documentary or testimonial, that the DA needs that the police have been unable to obtain.
And by the way, just so we're clear, if there is an issue, if the indictment is ultimately handed down and there's an arrest, are we, the public, a Celeste family, going to know every detail immediately? Are we all going to understand what happened to Celeste if and when that day comes?
It really depends on how the DA's office decides to issue the indictment. An indictment can be a very, very brief document that simply outlines the charges and the person's being charged, or it can be what they sometimes call a speaking indictment, which is more common on the federal side, where they really lay out a lot of the evidence in the indictment document. However, once somebody is indicted, it starts a discovery process where pretty much everything that's known to the prosecution is disclosed to the defense. More often than not, the defense may put stuff out there, at least stuff that they feel is helpful to their client. The DA really isn't going to present evidence that is publicly available until the case actually hits the courtroom, beyond what's listed in the indictment. Excuse me.
Yeah, no. Okay. This is an interesting development. We'll see what comes of it. So far, Steve Fisher's the only one I see that is talking about this incinerator and its possible connection to this case. All right, we'll keep a careful eye on it. Matt Irvine, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jesse.
And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you.
And shout out to Law and Crime Sidebar for keeping us updated on all the D4VD news. Yeah. A second here. So, okay, y'all talking about wrapping gifts. Oh, you need some help. Ooh, Okay, Tasha. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Here.
I tell you one thing you gotta think about too.
Facts. That's what people do now. Well, bags, not too much wrapping. Especially when you got a lot of gifts. I hate wrapping shit up. Me too. It's cute, but it's tiresome. You made some bags? Margaret? I know, boss lady. He on the phone. The little gifts I got are going into gift bags also. Okay.
What she say?
Hey, Tasha.
What's cracking?
Not too much. She said, I said your ass is loud. Oh, man. Okay, let me see.
I can't believe they had a burn thing in the house. What the hell?
For real, like that is crazy work.
Did they say had it been used or not? Because I just came in here.
It was still in the box.
Oh, wow.
I think they had to get the body out of the house. So they put it in the car. In the meantime, in between time, he had to go out on tour or whatever he had to do or whatever, right? So the timing just was off. They had ordered that thing. They had ordered that incinerator. Who's gonna have an incinerator at their home?
Right. And you got a dead body. We know what they was gonna do with that. What it was intended, its intended purpose.
Exactly.
We about to talk about my girl getting that shit up off her face.
Yes, I made some personal life bags for my family with my mom's granddaughter and nephew picture. Oh, I bet those are too cute. I was about to whoop someone earlier. Walker. Too close to Christmas and the New Year, Walker. I should read what I sent you. You see what she said?
Yeah, they don't have to include me in it because I ain't doing shit.
Okay, let me go up.
Okay. Alrighty.
She got 2 rooms of gifts. 2 rooms of gifts of wrapping.
Oh man. I wish Big Sis was in here so I could put her. I'd rather her get on here and say it. You know what I sent you earlier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My big sister works at WMU and she does student resources and she was trying to help a student and they was getting all fresh like, please don't let me mess your face up. They were getting fresh with your mama? Oh no. I'm about to go grub. Okay, I hear you, Walker. Speaking of mamas, me and Carlos was at the Home Depot. We was at the Home Depot today, and as we was coming out, we seen this black lady, and she was screaming, and I couldn't understand what she was screaming. At first, I thought she was playing or whatever. When we came closer around, it was a car. It was a car. The lady was facing the car. The black lady was facing the car, screaming, but I couldn't see who she was screaming at. When I came, like I was going to our car, another lady was on the ground. A black lady was on the ground, and the other lady, I don't know if she was Mexican or whatever she was, but she had hit the black lady. And the black lady that was on the ground, her daughter was screaming like, "Bitch, you hit my mama! I'm finna whoop your ass!" And I'm like, "Oh Lord, time to go." Carlos talking about break out the phone so you can record. I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of here. What if she go get a pow pow? Bullets ain't got no eyes. You know what I mean? That was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, let me see here.
Yes, Margaret, I'm so proud of her. She was getting on my nerves with all that hollering, but definitely proud of her.
Oh, your birthday tomorrow.
Who
Okay.
birthday tomorrow? Walker?
Yeah, he said, but I'm gonna celebrate it with y'all today.
Happy early birthday.
Y'all. He said he might not be able to be on here tomorrow, which I don't. I highly doubt that I'll see him in the chat tomorrow. So we're gonna drop the birthday emojis in the chat for Waka now. Happy birthday, Waka. Happy freaking birthday. Enjoy your birthday. And I wish you so many more to come. Yeah, right. Is she talking about some I want to fight? Oh, yeah. Huh? What are you talking about, Margaret?
We talking about Krishan.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me pull up what I found. We was discussing Krishan not yesterday. The other day. Whew, the other day, and wait a minute. Let me pull it up here. What was researched? Where is my okay? Back to share my screen. Hey, TT, you're welcome. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up here. Oh my God, Michelle, if you can try to go on live in the morning, I could do that. Well, no, I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, but if I do, it'll be way early in the morning, like 7-ish. You know, I can get one in then. Hold on. Okay, let me share this. Damn, I'm supposed to be sharing the screen. Hold on. Share the screen. Here.
Hey, TT.
Hold on here. Where did I put that? Where did I put that? No, that ain't it. Hold on. Damn it. Damn, did I share it on my... Ah. Wait a minute, I'm going to have to reshare it. Is this it? Nope, that ain't it. Oh, I'm way too far up. That's what's going on. Here we go. Okay. What the? Okay. Can y'all see that?
We see it.
What'd she say? Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's not playing for us.
It's not? Only I can hear it?
Yeah.
Damn. Hold on. Y'all can't hear that?
We can't even, all we see is the picture.
Yeah. Why is that?
Try to go all the way out of it and go back in again. I'm not sure.
Hold on. Okay, go out. Go out. And then come back in. Hold on. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Okay. Again. Hold on. Come on now. Come on. Work with me. Why ain't it? What about now? What
nope.
the hell? Oh my God. Log in. Okay, here we go. Let's see now. Come on, what the hell? What about now?
No, it's in my phone. Y'all seeing this in the chat? I don't see nothing but your screen. It's not playing anything.
Oh. What? Okay. Okay, stop sharing. Come back. Okay, hold on. Share screen again. Nothing yet?
There we go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lord. Oh, God.
Damn, it's all wow. You guys are good.
Sorry, please.
It sounded like a
Ready?
Uh-huh.
You're way stronger than you
girl. I can't. I can't with her.
Oh my God!
Oh.
You're doing great, girl. You're almost done.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus!
Okay, my
Jesus! Oh, no.
Take a breather, okay?
No, get it off of me, please.
We're halfway there.
Yeah.
We're almost done. You're stronger than you think. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
She is something else. She is a piece of work.
Right here. Right here. Hold my hand. Hold my finger. Take a breather. Ready? Let's do it. Oh my God. It's okay. She's doing great. Okay. Last part. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it. You're so good.
Wait.
You're doing amazing. You're almost finished. Damn, wow, I'm amazed. This is just one session, bro.
Hey, Tasha, what she say?
Now I'm just checking what.
You said she had said something.
What, when she was getting it off of her face?
Yeah. You said she had said something about she's not crying because it hurt.
Oh yeah, she did. She said that it wasn't about the pain of it all. It was the emotional attachment to the tattoos and the fact that she was still in love with him. And I get it because I cried when I had my kid's dad removed off of me. I get that part.
Hey,
But
Dorian.
she just so full of drama. It's so extra and over the top. Like, girl.
And then why you gotta have a camera on you?
Girl, she got the camera there. She got my boy Junior in the background talking to her.
Oh my God.
You can hear Junior in the background.
Girl.
You know, because his mama crying. So he in the background kind of like, what's going on?
What's going on with my mama?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then she said she was telling the lady while she was doing the tattoo, it's okay. Go ahead. I deserve it. It's what I get. Like God was punishing her.
Oh my God.
So that's what she get.
So extra. So extra. Hold on. This is crazy. Let me find my other stuff. We had a discussion in the chat the other day, and I can't remember who said it, but they said that she was repping both gangs, or if she wasn't messing with both sides of the gangs, then she wouldn't be going through what she had went through the other day. Well, come to find out, there was some footage found of her doing just that, basically. Hold on.
What, repping both gangs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what she been doing. That's what the whole little get down is about. I'm a Krishan fan, but she definitely been repping both gangs. Schoolyard, all three gangs. She was claiming Schoolyard, she was claiming BPS, she was claiming The other one, the hood trophy, whatever guy she with, that's what gang she claiming. Then when they break up, she get the dissing them, and that's what the issue is right now. Yeah.
So she really definitely needs to be careful with that because that's dangerous. You playing on dangerous territory doing that.
Oh yeah, the Crips is still talking crap. Like they still talking about sliding on her. But she's still taunting them. She going live, like making videos, dropping her location, telling them, I'm here. Pull up. It's just a dangerous game. This ain't the Zeus Network.
Right, facts. Margaret said, but she hold on. Schoolyard, what's that? It's a gang, boss lady. She said schoolyard, what's that? But she wasn't being extra when she was being Krishan, that is getting convictions for what she did when she put that tattoo on her neck.
I say she was being extra because she got the camera on. It just felt like the camera was on and she was giving us the show of a lifetime. But that is who she is. She extra as fuck, period. Krishan is an extra individual.
She definitely made him her god, Margaret. I gotta agree with you on that.
She sure did.
She put that man whole face on his face. I mean on her face.
On her face. She put him before her, all that.
Yeah.
He was her world.
Right. Hey, Miss Lola. That's right. You can't be doing that.
I just came up here to say this. Krishan has made a lot of fucked up decisions. But yet, he's still young. She's still growing. Now that she's getting convictions from worshiping a nigga over God, putting a nigga before God. This is all that's coming in on her right now. But yet, at the same time, you see the progress in her. Some people just don't want to look at it and see it, but you see the progression in her. And it's a shame that you got people want to sit the little girl, want to keep her in that box while she fighting her way out. That's crazy work.
Margaret, but you know, and I know, and anybody else know that I'm not going to say have been affiliated or are affiliated, but know these things. You do not. How am I trying to say this?
Let me clean that for you. First off, she has dated 2 different sets, right? But she's not out there putting in no work for them sets. So you can't say that she claiming Crips and Bloods. You can say that she repping what her nigga might be a Blood at this time and one of them might be a Crip at that time. But if you, and that's just how it is. You're going to be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to be dog and all the rest of this type of shit if you with that set.
It wasn't like that when I was coming up.
I can understand if she out here wearing a red rag and Dickies and putting in the streets hustling or putting in work for them, but she ain't doing none of that. She being a girl that's really a fucking civilian because that's how they act. That's how dingy ass civilian girls act. Motherfuckers can portray to be tough as hell and can portray to be street smart, but that don't mean that they are. She's not street smart. Blue has led her. That's where she gained her. That's the education that she got from the streets is from Blue. That girl ain't street smart. What street smart girl would be, oh, I'm a Blood, I'm a Crip. No, she is a fucking civilian that is surrounding herself with gang members. That's how she's going to act.
I love Krishan, but she wrong for that, and I don't think she that stupid. Krishan know better.
Nah, I'm not saying she's stupid. What I'm saying is that she only behaving how a person that's been miseducated into the street smarts. And Blueface himself is not a street nigga. But that's the nigga that taught her street smart.
Nah, Krishan was a blood in Baltimore. That's what she was before she came to
Everybody a blood
California.
in
So
Baltimore.
she knows Krishan know to
especially
not be walking around calling no
especially
Crips
East
no
Baltimore.
crabs and stuff. She know better than that. A lot of the stuff.
Get it.
Go ahead, I don't want to cut you off.
It comes to us when civilians is on the outside looking in, they don't understand it. She is not repping both hoods.
Hey, in
She
LA,
is
if you
supporting.
claiming Bloods and throwing up the B sign and you going on platforms claiming that
That's the
with
point.
your mouth,
She ain't claiming. She's not claiming. Look, I can understand if she like when it got her flag, right? But that's not what she
no,
did.
you referring to it like her putting in work, and none of that matters. That's why she got into the fight she got into with them Crips. They don't care about none of that. I'm from LA. I got homies that died in the hood. I grew up around Harlem Crip 30s part of my life. I grew up around Hoovers. I grew up down the street from the jungle. You don't do that. You don't get with a nigga and go claiming his set just because he from there. So now you throwing up the bees, walking around LA. You get shot for shit like that. That's not okay. And Krishan know better.
I don't think that's what she is doing, is
But
what
she
I'm
is.
trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that she trying to support the nigga that she with, but yet she doing it wrong because she wasn't taught properly.
She doing it way wrong because she with him, and then she'll call up to tell the one she with to go jump her baby daddy, and she doing a lot of weird.
And you know what? Think about it, Tasha. That's the type of shit that a bitch that don't really know what gang politics is about would do. Only a bitch that's non-informative would do some call up your boys and tell them go get your baby. Come on now, you know there's some goofy shit.
Show up to the Zeus network with 20 people from the gang he just dissed in the song.
I'm telling there's some what true hood bitch. Somebody that's in, I'm talking about a real true hood gangster bitch.
Ain't gonna do no shit.
Why would she do that?
She wouldn't, but that's what we saying about her. Like she needs to stop.
That's what I'm saying. Like
she
don't know what motherfuckers think she know about hood politicking and the streets.
And
she
that
don't know. She only know what she been taught.
And that would get her taken out.
Yeah,
Like
that's my point. It's a dangerous game, and LA ain't the only place Rock can make money. She just need to give it a break. But even after she got into the fight with the Crips, the nigga went out taunting them bitches, dropping more videos, dropping her location. Like, girl, stop. She young. She got a lot of growing up to do. I just hope she survived to do it, because this gang shit ain't the way. It's just not.
You know, but
this is gonna be her whole test right here. She got to be able to walk away from that. And what motherfuckers don't get is that for some people, a hard head makes a soft ass. It's gonna take something to touch her ass in order for her to walk away. Because that's how she is.
I can't understand why the pastor would let her get up in the pulpit after doing all this.
Because everybody in her life is there for clout.
That's what it sounds like.
For clout. They all want to ride off of her name. A real pastor would sit her down and give her some counseling.
Facts.
But lately, what has she done?
What you mean? Blueface ain't even been out of jail a month. So what we calling lately?
Lately, what has she done?
The same thing. Just 2 weeks ago, she out here claiming Bloods and sending 33rd messages telling him that she gonna send Blueface to his mama house and his grandmama house and all this. I don't even think it's been 2 weeks since all that. She do so much
put in her position, but that's what she done, right? Why did she do that?
She's slow.
I'm not Krishan. I can't answer you.
No.
She doing.
Why did she do that? What triggered her to do that?
Well, because she mad at her baby daddy. You don't do that. Like I said, she's pinning gangs against each other.
She said that she told 33 that she was going to send Blueface to his house. Yeah. I would too if a nigga played me, made me, had me buy him a car, then roll me over for his punk ass baby mama.
And she didn't
You
just say
damn,
that. She was claiming
you
blood in that
cannot
message.
fault her for her reactions. You cannot tell a person how to react to disrespect. You can't do that.
Then
It's not reality. What did he
how
do
you
to
gonna
make her
call
do
your
that?
boyfriend? How you gonna call your baby daddy a crab ass nigga and disrespect his gang? Ain't even talking to Blueface, and then
Especially
tell the
if
next nigga that you finna send him and his gang to his house. It don't make sense. Her and Blue ain't even
that's
communicate.
the whole it make a lot of sense when you acting off of fucking emotions, like all of us as women with baby daddies and baby daddy issues and problems have reacted. We have did some shit, the same thing that she has done.
Shit,
The
speak for
same
y'all,
thing.
cause I
All
ain't never
because we
did no
mad.
shit like that. I ain't
All
never put
because
nobody in my
you might not
relationship.
have,
Yeah, never.
but other women have. She
Ooh,
reacting the same way that typical girls her age fucking act these days.
She a special breed of her own in my eyes. And like I
She
said, I'm a
really do.
fan of her. I get it. I don't wish no bad on Krishan. What I want her to do is stop acting ignorant in the streets, take care of her baby, and get her life together, which she appears to be trying to do. But she needs to cut all that gang shit out now. Yesterday. It's not worth her life. It's not worth her son's life. It's not worth whoever life get caught in her crossfire. People got to be careful what they saying out of their mouth. What you speak into life can happen. All that shit can happen, and it won't happen to the person you wishing all that death and stuff on. It'll happen to people who be the most closest to you.
that's right.
But the thing is that she getting crucified for it, and we all have done it. We all have done it. We all have been in a space where we all have been mad enough to be like, nigga, fuck you, that.
And that's
That
what she
type
should
of
say,
shit.
nigga. Fuck you back and leave it at that. Like on cuz, we gonna kill you blood ass nigga, and on Crip cuz, we gonna kill you and we gonna kill. No, it don't take all that.
Yeah, it don't. But yet at the same time, it ain't new. It's
Well, let's
just
hear.
it's blown up because it's Krishan.
Let's hear this right fast.
So look, we are about to eat some good grub.
Bees, throwing up bees, showing them on her nails.
Getting to my, I've been feeling real red lately.
Wow.
Why you working them people up?
I know.
Ew. That's why that man keeps.
Look like Krishan is trying y'all niggas. Did she say the C word again and throw up the bees? She threw up bees and said the derogatory word for the C's and threw up the bees. Yo, this is this Krishan's villain arc? You know, everybody have a different arc. This is her villain arc. She about to become a villain.
Man, and these days ain't no real OG sitting up here tripping off of no motherfucking Krishan throwing up no goddamn blood sand. And they ain't tripping off of her saying crab, crip, none of that. No real OGs, no real motherfucking gang members. The only people that's worried about her throwing up a gang member or playing on both gangs is these little young wannabe hip ass motherfucking millennial gang members. Ain't no real motherfucking OG tripping off of her.
That's why they ask OGs, because they ain't banging hard no more. But this is not good street code right here. This is all against the code.
And that's the point. If you in the streets, you know who of the streets, and you know this bitch ain't of the streets. She's a fucking content creating, wannabe inspiring rapper, all the rest of this type of shit. You know this is character. This is content. This is motherfucking drawing in the views and the likes that she get. You
This
know
is
this. If you a real gang member,
this is
all
fucking.
these imitation ass gang members that want to go jump her in the park and try to take her, get the fuck on. That's this retarded ass millennial what you call Generation Z type shit.
The
Ain't no
YN.
real motherfucking killers gonna come after her.
No,
None.
you know what, Margaret? I'm thinking like these YNs as they call them. They ain't nothing like back in the day.
This
You
is
know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
They
This
will be the
is
ones
what
to
they
take her out.
goofies.
And they will be the ones to take her out because you know why? They don't give a
Ain't
fuck.
nobody gonna take
They
this
want to be
is being blown up to be bigger than what the fuck it is. It's shit that goes on every day. Street politics that goes on every day, especially involving these little ass YNs as you call them. Ain't nobody they fucking with her for clout. They ain't fucking with her because they want to beef with her because she want to claim 2 gangs.
Girl, I wasn't
Sure,
that
what real gang member then went up to her and straight chin checked her
Oh, it's
in
coming.
person?
Oh, it's coming, Margaret. Let her keep doing what she doing. Shit
It
coming.
ain't came.
It's coming.
It ain't came.
It's coming. That's why she got beat.
But it ain't
That's why she
came.
got into the fight at the
Any
park.
motherfucker, that's why come she got at the fight in a fight at the park with some amateur wannabe tough ass bitches that ended up getting their ass
Don't
whooped in the
matter. Don't
process.
matter. Don't matter. It's still Crips standing on business. Like, no,
Girl,
bitch, you're not
they
gonna be
weren't
doing that
standing on.
shit.
That was not
It's the
standing on
start.
business. That
It's
was
the
going. That
start.
was chasing clout.
It's a start. It's a
That was
start.
chasing clout. That was not standing on business. Cause
It's a
standing on
start.
business, she wouldn't have been leaving that motherfucking park.
It's
Now
a start.
that was
That
bullshit
was a
clout
warning,
chasing.
is what the hell it was, and she needs to stop before it goes worse. She needs to stop. It needs to stop there. But Krishan hard-headed, you can't tell her nothing. Even after the fight at the park, she still went live banging. To
And
answer
that's
your
why come
question
she
about
gonna
what she
end
did
up.
lately,
That's why come she go. She ain't did shit lately. She stood
she
her
fought
motherfucking
at
ground when
that park
motherfuckers was
and
trying to
left the
punk
park
her.
and still
That's
went
not.
claiming gangs.
That's not nothing from last year's Krishan. Standing your motherfucking ground and not allow yourself to be punked.
Nah, she did what she was supposed to do. She fought. Leave the shit
Right.
alone. Don't keep doing what you was doing that got you in that situation, though. Like I said,
But what
Margaret,
she
I'm a
doing?
Krishan fan, but I'm not defending wrong. What she's doing is wrong. You don't do this. And people keep telling her and telling her and telling her
What
and
makes
telling
it?
her, and she's still doing it.
What
You
makes it
don't go
wrong for
around
her
the
to
street
stand
claiming
up for
gangs
her
when you not.
principle?
Nah, bunk all
It's
that.
not
You don't
wrong to
go around
stand
the
up
street
for
claiming
your
gangs
own
when you're not from
principle.
no fucking gang. Period. You don't
And
go around saying
we
you a
all,
Crip and
I
you ain't a
promise
Crip.
you, we all done did it. I could go and knock on doors and find teenagers that do the same goddamn thing.
Where
Go
I
hang
live
out with
at,
this
where
gang
she
and
at
hang out
doing
with
that
that
shit for,
gang
you
and
get
hang
murked
out
for
with
that. You
motherfucking
get killed for that.
millennials. They do. That's what they do.
Nah, I don't see him doing that. She the only one I see doing that.
Shit.
She the only one I see doing
Well,
that.
you
I
need
don't
to
see
go
nobody
outside a
on
little
the
bit more.
internet doing what she do.
You need to go outside a little bit more because they all do that.
Forget the outside. We talking about the internet. That she an internet game banker. That's what you basically been saying. It's
But
all for
she
social
ain't no
media and
internet
blah
gang.
blah blah.
What have she done as far as gang banging on the internet?
She's showing you. She's talking it out of her mouth.
Girl,
How much
because
more
this is
can
what,
you go?
again, she has been led and big and brought up and bred by fucking Blueface.
It,
What the fuck?
girl, Krishan needs to stop. All that shit she doing, she needs to stop. It's not a
Yeah,
safe
no,
game.
she don't. She needs to
It's
keep
not a
going,
safe
honey.
game. I
She
don't
needs to
encourage
keep going.
nobody to be
As
going
far as
out
the
throwing up
gang
gang
shit,
signs.
as
That's
far as
all
the
I'm talking
gang
about is
shit,
the gang
she
shit.
shouldn't fuck with no gang niggas at all. If we want to be technical, she shouldn't be fucking with a gang nigga at all. But yet, at the same time, when this shit happens, I done seen it so many times. When you, let's say, oh, you can't consider like it's hood hopping. No, you can't. But if you sit her down, if you sit her in a room full of bloods and she come out fucking with the blood, guess what? And one of they little young ass man first, oh yeah, I'm a B dog now. That's what these little girls. That's what the young. Let me quit saying little girls. That's what the young girls do. That's what they do. That's the mentality of a regular, stereotypical young girl. Now, what she needs to do is realize that she ain't a stereotypical young girl. She Christian Rock. With Christian Rock comes with gang, comes with clout. Goofies are gonna go and chase that clout. That's what's going on. And as far as her not supporting her child or not getting the proper, we don't know what the hell that girl do for that baby. We don't know. Just like we don't know what's going on with the baby diagnosis. We don't know if she really spent a lot of time with her or if she really don't. We don't know. Everybody just assume. Stop fucking assuming.
Well, I ain't speaking on his diagnosis. I ain't speaking on this bitch mothering skills or none of that shit. I'm talking about this gang shit, and she dead wrong. It's not hood culture, young, old, I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't go around claiming sex that you ain't
It's
been
hood
dumped on
culture.
or that you not from.
It is
It's
now the
dangerous.
millennium hood culture. If you get into just get into the millennial characters. Go on YouTube and look up look and see what millennials are now doing, especially when it comes to the gang. Do you know how many situations go on with motherfucker, this girl fucking with this girl, fucking with this gang, calling this gang this? It's a lot of that shit going on right now.
And they probably really from the gangs they claiming, but she ain't.
Yeah, and she ain't they probably really ain't from the that's my whole point. I know these girl, I'm just saying, trust me, I'm more in tune with
Hey,
what's going
if you
on with
think your girl needs to
millennials
die
than a
over
lot.
this shit, that's on y'all. But it's a dangerous game to play because some people are really about their hood. Some
It's
people are
all
really
it
about that
is.
damn life.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is that she ain't the only one that do it.
She the
This is
one that's in
how
the eye,
this
public
is
eye.
regular behavior for go to your nieces, go to your nephews that's teenagers or that's 20, 23, go to them and ask them, is this how motherfuckers moving? Yeah, because this how they moving.
I don't know. Y'all got different shit
What
going.
was
Like I
used
said,
like
we gonna continuously
back
see people fucking with this
maybe
girl over there.
15, 20 years ago, this would have been like, oh, bitch, you dumb as fuck to me. But now I see it so often that I'm like, this how they behave. This they
I know
character.
that's
This
right.
how
Walker
they
said
move.
that is not how he behaves, and that ain't how nobody I know behaves either. This shit new to me. I ain't never seen nobody do no shit like this before. And
Nah,
like I
Walker,
keep
you and I
saying, it's
don't know,
dangerous.
man. All I can say is that you need to see a little bit more.
It's dangerous. And that's just like saying if you jump off the cliff, I'm gonna jump off the cliff too because
Right.
other people
Boss
out
lady,
here
you
claiming
right.
this and doing
20
this.
years
No.
ago, they would have capped her ass because it would have been considered a reign of disrespect. These little kids out here do this on a regular basis. I'm telling you. This is what they do. The 30s and unders, this is how the fuck they behave. You could come from your hood and go, let's say, we all from different states. But look, let's say I was born and raised in the Ville. We didn't get along with the Gardens. The Gardens, we as a girl, you growing up, shit, everybody go to the same school, hang out at the same spots or whatever. We ain't going to be fucking with a blood and we claiming crip. That's how it was 20 years ago. But nowadays, all these little girls all fucking with they fucking with the same dudes in different neighborhoods. That's what they doing. And don't get it twisted because that's part of a setup ring too. But yet at the same time, this is what's happening today. And the fact the motherfuckers making such a big issue out of it is because it's for clout. Because motherfuckers doing stupid shit for clout.
Well, hope
And
it's
I
worth
ain't just
dying
this
over
passionate
because
about
that's
it
what that
because
shit come.
I didn't heard about it. This shit that I see, I'm telling y'all, I see this shit.
I'm out here living it. I live in California, been raised in California, right in the hoods where this motherfucker visiting. And then or now, it is not okay to be walking around claiming this shit. But if she keep it up, something bad gonna happen to her. That's all I'm saying. Just like it's already starting to unfold, whether it's for clout, whether we want to call it clout, whether it's for people who really live in that life and about that hood, it's going to keep on coming her direction if she don't stop. And she needs to grow up and listen. She's almost 26 years old. Listen to what people are trying to tell her. The internet ain't the only ones telling her family, telling her the same shit. Quit doing that shit.
It
It's
ain't
not
about
okay.
them. It's not about them caring about who she is. Well, yes, it is. Because again, I still say that the motherfuckers that attack her or trying to attack her is all for fucking clout. It's not about a gang. It's not about none of that. It's about a motherfucking clout. And then, as far as her getting something happening to her, if something happened to her, it's gonna be on Whack or Blueface's on Whack or Blueface's time.
Now, see, that's not fair either because she's out here claiming Crips and Bloods and disrespecting both of them publicly, pissing people off. How we just gonna label Whack or Blue
And they
if
didn't
something happens?
disrespect her. They don't disrespect her.
What I'm saying is,
She's not supposed to defend herself. She's not supposed to make no money. She's supposed to just pack up, leave LA because motherfuckers then pushed her out of a motherfucking city. And now she's going back to Baltimore to sit on her ass, get on housing, and collect welfare like the rest of her sisters.
no, she can
Really?
go to Baltimore. She can go to New York. That girl making money. LA ain't the only place Krishan making money.
No, but LA is where her purse is right now.
No, that girl making money all over. I done seen her in a few
LA
different
is
states in the
where her
past couple of weeks. That
where
girl
her
can make money
purse
anywhere.
is right
LA is
now.
where her
If
baby
she
daddy is
trying,
right now.
if she trying to get into streaming and movies, LA is where her purse is right now. Why would you let a motherfucker run you away from your money?
I don't know. We jumping all over the topic right now. My whole point is quit claiming Crips and Blood and you ain't from that shit. It's a dangerous life.
If I was her, I'd claim any goddamn thing I wanted to.
Nope, and that's
And it
stupidity.
is where it
And
is.
then they'll be
If
after you too.
a motherfucker wants you, whether you in the streets or whether you got your feet 1 foot in the streets or out the street, they gonna come and get you
Still,
anyway.
dangerous
No
game. You
matter
don't
what.
go
If she
around
wasn't claiming
claiming
blood,
gangs and
Crip,
you ain't from
if
that
she
shit.
ain't never claimed a Crip a day in her life and she jumped out claiming blood, now it'll be a problem with that. Now she just want to be a blood and this, that, and the third. It's always going to be a problem.
It wouldn't be a problem with the gangs.
Hold on, Soyba. I know one damn thing. I wouldn't play that type of game.
It's a stupid
Yeah,
game.
I would.
you wouldn't play it, Michelle. I wouldn't play it. Tasha
The
wouldn't
baby,
play it.
no, but
But
look,
well, none of us play it.
these
But
niggas,
this,
baby
I'm
mamas,
telling y'all.
we're not playing it. None of other hood trophy
I'm telling
Beanos
y'all.
are claiming Bloods.
This is what is going on right now.
Hood Trophy Bino had all his girls in the damn media. 33rd of the baby mama. Ain't nobody else claiming these gangs like that but Krishan. And they all got, you know what I'm saying? They baby mamas. We ain't heard none of them other baby mamas get on here claiming gangs. In fact, they got on and was like, why is she doing that? And they young just like her. They ain't doing that shit. They got babies by these niggas.
They baby daddies probably told that y'all don't see the setups in some of this.
Nope. Hey,
y'all don't see the setups in none of like in Bino baby mama. Y'all didn't see the setup in that.
Bino got 4 of them, so it all depends which we talking about. But none of the 4 of them wasn't up on here claiming gangs.
Okay, let me say something. I gotta get off here real quick.
I quit.
Y'all hear me? I gotta say something real quick, and I'm gonna get up off of here. My son travels and DJs for different rappers in different cities. He says when he goes to California, it is political that you do not mess with no gangs and disrespect none of them.
Girl, that's so
I'm telling you, I'm
1999.
from
Don't
out
know,
here. That's how California
ain't
is. They don't
nobody,
operate like that.
ain't nobody. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about right now.
Yeah, and we don't care what you
I
talking
know
about
what
either
I
because this shit is
see.
wrong. It don't even
I know
sound
what
right
I
what you
see.
saying.
And
It
gangs,
sounds like you got
y'all
a
gotta
soft spot,
understand,
Krishan,
gangs
and you making
ain't as
excuses for
political
her.
as they used to be, honey.
Hold on,
Gangs is not as
Shit.
gangs is not as political as they used to be.
Okay. Well, I'm good to prove a point real quick before I get off here, and you can't say that it's not wrong because it's been instoned. Big U's son was my son's best friend. They killed him over some disrespect shit, and you saying it's not in the street still? It's still there.
It's still there.
That's because his dad is still his dad is still politicking in the street.
But she's politicking.
She's not.
She's
Again,
politicking.
she is not politicking. Any OG gang member, find you an OG gang member and ask them, is she still considered a civilian or a gang member? She is still a fucking civilian.
And civilians get killed for claiming shit they not from. That's the
Civilians
whole
get killed every day for no goddamn reason. But what I'm telling y'all is that politicking is not politicking is not politicking like gang politics is not like the fuck they used to be.
I'm telling you what they just did.
It's a
They
whole
just sent
different
her.
era.
They
It's
just
a
sent her
whole
a
different
white
era.
message
It's
with
not
the girl.
about what hood you claiming no more. I'm telling you. It's
Listen,
not about that.
they just sent a weak message through the girls. But when them niggas come, it ain't gonna be talking like that.
Girl, they didn't even send them girls. Them girls came up with that damn goof ass idea to go after her they damn selves. You know, if a nigga would have plotted it, it would have went differently. I'm not saying they wouldn't have still ended up with their ass whooped, but it would have went differently. Them girls came up with that plot on they goddamn own, trying to get on baddies, trying to chase her clout. Ain't no nigga plotted that.
Well, you heard the nigga say, better not nobody touch his sister, the one that was trying to fight her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the one that she went on live with and called him that C word, told him you gonna hear me in the street.
So it don't matter. And her dude was there, her friend was there too.
He was talking about the niggas that had on them blue hats. He told them, better not none of them niggas touch them girls. Cause it would have been a different story. Y'all gotta listen to the background.
I'm just passionate about it because I know what I see on a regular
And I'm passionate
basis.
about it because I'm out in this motherfucker, grew up around this shit. I may not have been involved in gangs, but I lived in this shit. I'm still living in this shit. It's real. It's very much real out here.
It's from when you don't live there and you just looking from the outside, and a person that's living there that sees what's going on in the
We still got people getting killed every day over this shit. They just don't splatter it on the news.
I live. Google it. I live in St. Louis.
Yeah, but St. Louis
and our gang politics is way worse than California.
I don't know, Margaret.
Okay. Oh, I know.
Okay. Okay.
That's a different pedigree out there.
Let me tell you, it's a totally different pedigree because motherfuckers, in order to try to outdo the motherfucking originality of LA gangs, motherfuckers out here go even harder.
Yeah, see, but they imitating it. Them motherfuckers
The
is the
same thing in
originators.
Chicago.
They are the originators of this of this shit.
Facts.
So they know the politics.
That's why you don't go off of these YN as behavior. You don't go off of that. Motherfuckers out here, oh yeah, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna see Larry Hoover out there talking about some, oh well, she claiming Bloods and Crips, but she ain't out, she putting in work for Bloods and Crips. Oh, she didn't beat this girl up. She
Larry
didn't beat
Hoover's
this Crip
trying to
up
get out of
because she a
jail.
Blood.
He ain't
No, she
gonna be
ain't doing that.
considering
She
that
not,
shit.
she's still considered a fucking civilian because she is uninformed.
Them motherfucking them young Crips and them young Bloods is on that shit. It's a difference
Yes,
from
they
the
are.
OG and the new ones.
If a young YN would have got up on shit or get up on her, they coming for her chains, and then they gonna pop her. But yet at the same time,
They would have came for
again,
her child first to make her come over
these
there.
young stupid motherfuckers. Ain't no real gang member out here talking about some, oh, that bitch claiming Blood Crip. Because this is what's going on the regular. Motherfuckers out here claiming Hoover. Motherfuckers out here claiming Vicky's. Motherfuckers out here claiming Chicago. And live in the same damn house.
Them motherfuckers could have drove by. They do drive-bys daily over in that area she was in. And they could have just killed her baby. But God was with her.
That's my point. It don't always happen to her. It could happen to somebody
Again,
very close
the
in her
event
circle.
that she was
It's
at
a
was
dangerous
supposed to be
game.
it was a promo event for
No, she
children.
left the event. She left the event. She left the event and went to the park.
The park was where the event was
No,
for the
it was
kids.
not.
Oh my
No,
God.
it was not.
If
She
the
left that
park wasn't
event.
for the kids, or why did she start praying at the park? Why
Because
why
Krishan
was
gonna
the
pray. The
park, why
girl
was
gonna
she
pray wherever
surrounded
she go.
around a gang of kids? Why did the park have bouncy houses? Why did the park have little ponies? And why, I mean, what the fuck?
She went to that park because it was the schoolyard Crip park, and she wanted to prove a point.
And
She
she
went
said
to that
that. She
neighborhood.
said that. And when she got there, she
went there.
said, they said I wouldn't be over here in Compton where I'm
Yeah.
at.
She went there to
She
prove a
also
point.
said in the same process, her and Marsh both said we was paid to be there.
They were paid to be at the parade.
At the parade. Yeah, at the parade. She wasn't paid to go to
Where
that
the
park.
security was and all of that. And after that parade ended, she carried her ass to that park.
She went to a park, and if you Google it, it will tell you. She left the parade area and went over there on her own. That's where she made a mistake at.
So why?
She
I
wanted
don't
to
know,
prove
because
a
I
point to
heard differently. I
Blueface.
heard that she said that they was paid events. She was paid to be there.
She was paid for the parade.
This what Lola T said. That she was at a paid event, the event at the park. That's where I got the event at the park. Supposed to be like a kid, type of thing or whatever. And they was taking her and Marsh was taking their kids to the park.
No,
This is
if you
what I got from
look at
Lola
it,
with the
she
T.
was at the street. They were buildings. There were stores. She was at a parade.
Yeah.
She was at a parade downtown Compton to do
I
that.
saw the parade.
Yeah, after that she left. She left security. She left everything and went
Sure
to
did.
point to Blueface that she could go to the schoolyard Crip playground where he used to be at.
Damn.
She did that. She wanted to prove a point and said, they said I can't come over here, but I'm
And
over
now look
here.
where I am.
She did that. That wasn't planned. She could have actually got her child murked. If some real niggas would have been there. She did that shit. She shouldn't have did that.
You shouldn't be calling people's bluff. You know what
No.
I mean? For sure. You don't do that.
I didn't know. I didn't hear that it wasn't a paid event. Other than that, if it's a paid event, I'm going to get my bag, and I'm
She
not
went
gonna
and got
let
her
no
bag. She
motherfucker.
did the parade.
I'm
She
not
did the
gonna have
parade.
no
She
much.
did the
What I'm
parade.
saying is that if the park was also a paid event, nobody's gonna stop me from coming to get my bag.
And the park was not a paid event. The parade was the paid event.
Yeah, the park, she came up, she said, I came up and I wanted to pray with the kids because I was told that I was not allowed to come over to this park where the schoolyard Crips were. So she was doing it for Blueface. And that's how them girls got involved.
Lord have mercy.
She was doing it out of her own will. She was taking the politics like she's bigger than they are.
Just because you are a celebrity don't mean that you got
That's
the
why
right
I said. And
claim
then
and
after
fame.
that, the very next day, went to the game, dropped their location, and was calling the Crips out again. Like,
Yeah.
stop. Enough.
Was that okay? You don't do that.
If you know that your boyfriend is a studio gangster crip and he out here pointing you, talking bad to you, dogging you, all the rest of this type of shit, you can't tell me how you won't react.
I
Now,
wouldn't let them know.
should
I
she
wouldn't let them
react
know.
like that again? Should she act like that? No. But
Hey,
it's typical. It's a typical emotional habit.
you know what that
I'm
happened?
telling y'all,
I'm
the
done,
same.
y'all.
If you ain't never been dogged out, mistreated, or dragged through the mud by your baby daddy,
Myra.
and your
Nope.
emotions then got kicked up and all the rest of that type of shit, then maybe you wouldn't understand it.
I don't
But
understand it then.
if a motherfucker punching me in the belly and I can't physically touch them, no
But she
telling.
didn't just do it to Blue. She did it to 33rd. She did it to Hood Trophy Bino. This ain't just about Blue.
It's called moving in silence.
What she
You
say
want
about
some shit done. You want some
you
shit
can't
done.
move in silence if you
And blast
is
that shit like
Christian
that.
Rock. That's just like saying
Mhm.
telling Cassinet to move in silence. You can't do that.
Costa not moving in silence right now. He quiet as fuck.
Well, he ain't selling no more because he came out yesterday
Yeah,
and
he did. But I'm just
told
saying, you know, that
everybody
nigga been
what was
quiet
going
since
on.
before them awards.
Oh,
But
wait. I just
anyway, like I said, I see the progression. I'm gonna cheer it on, and I'm also gonna notice that some of this shit is just typical millennial behavior
Like I
that is
said, I
getting
see the progression too. I'm
blown
the one
out
who
of
brought it up
it's
that she was
being
getting that
blown out
shit
of
off of her
proportion.
face, but I also still hold her ass accountable. Certain shit she doing is
Yeah,
wrong.
she
It's
needs
just
to be.
wrong.
She being held accountable.
I don't care what she been doing. I said I'm holding as a fan of hers. I hold her
I didn't
accountable. I'm
say
not
she
gonna,
being. What I'm
not
saying is
going to
that she
hold her accountable.
is being held accountable.
Not by you. You saying everything she doing is okay and it's
No,
cool.
I'm not. I'm not. Not one
You said
time
ain't
have
nothing
you heard.
wrong with it and you
Not
would
one
continue to do
time
it.
have you heard me say anything that she does is okay. What I'm saying is that I see the
Margaret, I just
progression
heard you
in
say if it
her.
was you, you would do the same.
If what?
You said it a
If I
few
was at
times.
if I was at the park and two bitches approach me, I'm
No,
gonna stand my
even
ground.
after that, with her dropping her location at the game and all of that, you said
No,
you would do the
I didn't. You
same.
didn't hear. No, you got to take me back,
That's because
Michele.
you go
I got to
back and
rewind this because I
yeah,
didn't say no
you done
shit
said
like
it a
that.
few times.
I didn't
You
say
so
no shit like
passionate
about
about
me
this shit.
dropping.
You keep
Why would
saying
I drop? Why would
what
me?
you said to me is I
I
would do the same. I would do the same. Ain't nothing wrong with she doing. I would
I
do the
said that
same.
I would do the same about how she stood her ground in the park. I didn't say
And
shit
claiming
about
the hoods and
dropping my
buildings. That's what
location.
you keep
Why would
saying to
I
me.
do that?
That's what you keep saying to me every time I say something about her throwing up the gang sign and this and that. Your response has been she ain't doing nothing wrong. That's what they doing. It's it ain't hood politicking, and you would do the same. You said it a few times. No, it's not okay. It's almost like you don't see nothing wrong with what she doing because I'm not saying a fan like fanned out a fan. I'm a fan of hers, but like I said, wrong is wrong, right is right. You whether I don't give a shit who doing it. You don't go out and do the shit. It's not okay.
let's see what this video is, y'all. Hold on. Where's the volume? Volume. Come on, not this again. God damn it. What the freak is going on here? I don't know what's going on. Oh, right here. My bad.
just got herself into some serious mess with the Crips after she denounced her allegiance to them and leaked Blueface's address. Krishan has been on the internet threatening everyone, claiming that she would call her goons on them if they cross her. Well, she recently started making those threats at Blueface, and the Crips made her know she was now entering a dangerous tertiary. Krishan was only claiming to be a Crip because Blue is a Crip. She was never really rocking with them for real. And now that she ain't with Blue no more, she might want to watch that mouth of hers, because he isn't around to give her the same protection she had when he was claiming her. Now, prior to Krishan getting with Blue, she had only ever affiliated herself with Bloods, since she's from Baltimore. But once she started messing with Blue, she began flip-flopping between that and being a Crip. In fact, back in August of this year, Krishan was caught on camera throwing B signs.
Yeah, all blood. We coming this. Okay, I was cripping because I was with a crip. I don't with a crip no more, bro. I with a blood.
That's
I guess they say your LA like, where you from?
Hold on.
At the time, she was with Hood Bino, and from what we know, Bino is also Team B. So basically, she switches between whoever is blowing her back out at that particular time. When she broke up with Bino to go back to Blue, she got on a live stream with Blue and said she was now a Crip. From the looks of it, Blue saw all those videos she was making with Bino just a few months ago claiming the B team, and he decided to confront her. He asked her straight up which side she was on, and this is what she had to say.
Are you a blue nose pit or are you a red nose pit?
Now, to be honest, neither the B or the Crips really cared about Krishan switching sides every 1 to 5 business days, because they don't claim her either. But where Krishan messed up was when she made threats to Blueface. Mind you, Blueface is actually a Crip in real life, so his gang members are looking out for him. And they weren't going to watch Krishan make threats on his life without reacting.
Blue, you're not going to live a long time. Keep going against our kid, bro. You're not going to live a long time. Your second son, bro. That's crazy. Sorry. His address is 18663 Juniper Springs Drive. For everybody.
Usually they would have ignored her if she and Blue were still together, but since they aren't, they took this as a real threat. Not only that, this was the second time Krishan was threatening Blue's life.
I'm saying what's going to happen to you after you try to hurt me. Play with me. Disrespect me. Try to embarrass me. Ruin my witness to God. You can't do none of that. Y'all can't do that. What the hell? Y'all can't do that without getting a consequence, bro. I don't care. That's the observation. Every time somebody really played with me, always get hurt, bro. And I never hurt them. Straight up. So I'm giving a warning. Just like how they deserve to be in a grave or...
Now get this. It turns out that Krishan's new man is actually part of the B team. And during a recent interview, when he was asked if he trusted Krishan, he said Krishan would never do him like how she did Blue. This man is definitely going to learn the hard way. He was even silly enough to go off on Blue, claiming that Blue had no right to question Krishan on where she stands.
For me, her baby daddy, a Crip from Schoolyard, and you a Blood from Baby Stone Gorillas. Do you actually trust her?
She's smooth. I know she gonna keep it solid in her end. She ain't never gave me no Mickey feeling or even a feeling to make it think like that. And we know the truth, you know? Like, it's know who to play with, it's know who not to play with. Behavior, why would you even pitch your baby mama in a situation like that for her to pick Bloods and Crips and she don't game back? She don't know shit about it.
Just a few days ago, she got checked by a Crips member after she called him a crab. Now, for those of y'all who are unfamiliar with what the word means, it's an insult used by rival gangs. They basically replaced the P in Crip with a B, turning it into crab to mock and demean them. Even though Krishan apologized immediately after saying it, word got back to the other members that Krishan was on the internet talking crazy about them, and they jumped on Instagram to tell her to watch her mouth before they pop her. A member called D-Loke made a whole video telling Krishan not to step her foot in LA again because it just might be her last.
Nigga, the C word and says for fries, you playing with this because you f***ing on a kid. I don't even want to hear about a nigga nowhere in LA County. I ain't even gonna lie about it. Nigga knows some real Criplets that's like, what the f***? I'm saying, yeah.
Instead of Krishan taking her son to therapy and minding her business, she's out here endangering her life by getting herself involved in things that have absolutely nothing to do with her. Carlissa clapped back at D-Loc for threatening Krishan, and she said, "Now ask yourself, why would one of your homeboys sick some girls on your BM and possibly put your kid in harm's way? That's the type of stuff I don't ever want around me, even if I don't like the girl." Now get this. D-Loc's mama, who also happens to be Carlissa's alleged ex-girlfriend, responded to all this, and she defended D-Loc. She said D-Loc would never threaten or lay his hands on a woman. So if he checked Krishan about anything, then it was probably because she needed some checking.
Son has the utmost respect for women. He would never lay a hand on a lady, but he'll slap the shit out of a bitch. If you act like a nigga, he gonna treat you like a nigga, and I stand by that. That is how I raised my son.
Krishan seriously needs to stop these games before she gets caught up in something she can't come back from. In the meantime, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, instead of focusing on JR, she is playing with her life. Another person said, she'd been passed from set to set, passed around from gang to gang. Somebody should be ashamed. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Krishan playing around with these gangs? And don't really think she deserves the threats she got from D-Loc and the other Crip members?
Watch your mouth, Krishan.
Oh my God.
Play that with Blueface, not with D-Mac.
Red. I'm not an internet gangster. I'm a gangster in real life. On Crip, bro. Red. No, that's all. No, Crip's cool. But I'm in the blood.
Krishan just got herself.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Whoo, boy. Wow. Tasha, you still there? Tosh. She ain't been passed around like no game right again. Motherfucking over exaggerating the point for clout, clicks, and views, which is how she gets paid. Boss lady, what you talking about round one? It is sad to me. I wouldn't, I thank God I ain't back in them ages. You know what I mean? Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And I don't give a damn about no clicks and views when it comes to something as serious as that. That's just me, my personal opinion. Everybody got their own opinion, and that's mine. I would never do that. I'll find another way to chase my bag, She has a whole kid. Just focus on him. Facts. Tasha, you still there? What? Take stop that whining, little boy. I see you. Yeah. Shameful. Facts. I just don't get these new generation, whatever you call them, white generation, whatever you call them. I can't even find an alphabet for them, because it's crazy. She's focusing on him. That's why he has to get out and work. Ooh. Hold on. 9 to 5 is a good job. Facts. A 9 to 5 that's not dangerous. You know what I mean? Being a content creator is a job also. It is, but Margaret, I see too many people out here and they not, well, I don't know. You said Blue started her up or whatever, but I feel sorry for her. If that's the way you got to chase your bag in that type of, hey, Mr. Polynesian Pride, with that type of content, no, not a content, not some type of content that can get you unalived. You know what I mean? Because eventually somebody gonna call her bluff. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? I wouldn't dare chase that type of bag I wouldn't dare chase that type of bag. My life is a little bit more important to me than to be playing it like that. Like that. I might have did some crazy shit in my day, but that right there, no can do. These young kids is effed up. That's right, they are. Whoo. Well, everybody done left me up here. Where Tasha go? Woo. Well, anybody else got any comments on this? Let me see. I'm trying to type. Yeah, my arm is starting to hurt, y'all. Let me see. I'ma pray that God protects her and her baby. Facts. Me too, so evil. Me too. That's all we can do at this point, because if she's going to church and she's still acting the way she's acting, even for a bag, that means you don't have trust in God to change your content. You don't trust God. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to do that type of content creator or not. You don't have to do that type of content. That's dangerous. And I'm going to keep saying that. That's dangerous. She is trying to focus on private, positive things. But if people keep bringing you the drama, you don't eat it. Sometimes you just got to walk away. You got to walk away. Tasha, your phone died too? Me 3. Oh, I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments. Y'all typing fast as hell. They better not bring my cousin to Red Lobster, because I might beat him up if they. Oh no, Waka! Don't beat nobody up, Waka. Not on your birthday. If they was back in my day, when you get your ass whooped with anything, okay, for anything, right? It's getting hot in here, boss lady. It's getting hot in here. Well, let me see. Margaret said, I got dropped. Not sure how. I'm trying to hang out here till I fall asleep, laugh aloud. Oh, I'm have to get out. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. Did I tell y'all that? Oh, I told Walker that. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to be getting off here too. I'm gonna finish off these comments though. That's because it's the drama that is getting everyone paid. So of course they don't keep bringing it to you as though if all is about this past. Well, I don't know. This is not what God wants us to do, work for the devil, right? That's right. Krishan is the drama. StreamYard dropped her. I love Margaret. I love Rock too. It's okay to agree to disagree. Facts. Krishan been doing drama online and fighting. This is what people know of her. Yeah. Trying to change her damn ways. God is still bless her to get a bag. She don't have to do that. That's the point. At times she does not be trying to do the drama content, and folks bring it to her 95% of the damn time. Not everybody is going to tuck and fold and run the fuck away. That's not reality. Well. Oh well. This was a good live. We maybe can pick this up again sometime. It's how she put herself out there. Shaking my head. My legs hurt, y'all. My goddamn head. Your head hurting? Oh no. I'm sorry. You take something for her, boss lady? Ooh, wee. Well, listen. I'm going to go ahead on and get off of here, y'all. I'm full. I got to get up early. I'm going to try to do an early morning live for Waka's birthday. And if y'all up there early, come on through. Come on through and help me wish Waka a happy birthday. What about the time said it's not her putting herself out there? What about the times that it's other folks manipulating videos and situations and then putting them out for clout? I have no clue, Margaret. I don't know. Okay, Miss Lola. All right, y'all. Definitely see y'all tomorrow. Like I said, if you're able to be up early in the morning, you can catch me live then to wish Waka a happy birthday. And if not, then you have to catch me tomorrow night around 7. Around 7 tomorrow evening. So yeah, she put herself in negative light. So that's what's coming back to her. And that's the last comment. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Thank you again for joining me. It's always a pleasure. And with that being said, y'all have a blessed one to the next one. Good night.